Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Connect India 2021. I, Swati Agarwal, and my partner, Shrividya Vaidyanathan, who is currently in India due to family commitment, welcomes you all to our annual event, Connect India 2021. On behalf of the great team, an entire team, we are so grateful to have all our attendees, virtual and in person, to join us in this Saturday, very beautiful afternoon. Change is constant and we need creativity. So we bring you the first IAM hybrid event. And a special thanks to all our attendees who believe in us, who trust us, and make this happen. Before I call our multi-talented and versatile MC on the stage, I would like to thank two awesome and what would I say, incredible tech gurus, Jaideep Kulkarni and Prashant Sarnayak. Without them, our dream of having a hybrid event could not be possible. So without any further delay, I would like to call our own Sheetal Kulkarni on the stage for the show begin.
Thank you, Swati. Welcome, everybody. It is so nice to see everybody in person, although I can see masks a lot. But thank you for being here on a very beautiful day on Saturday afternoon. Today, we are going to do a lot of things. We are going to go through a lot of information. But before that, today's event is a challenge to technology and to us. Because throughout the last year, we have done Zoom calls, we have done in-person small meetings, but hybrid, right? Hybrid is you guys are all listening to it live. It's streaming live right now to all the organizations who chose to be on a virtual format. They are watching us live and we are switching in between. So a lot of technology is involved, but technology can succeed if we humans support it. So I'm going to ask all of you, if you may please silent your phones. That will really help us. There is going to be a lot of echoes and reverbs and so many things happen right here. So if we can have all the phones on silent. Also, everybody who's on Zoom, hello, this is Sheetal Kulkarni. And I would like you all to mute yourself. I know Sid, our champion here, our Zoom champion, has already muted you all. And if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the board members you may know if you're not able to put anything in the Zoom chat. So with that, I would like to thank Dr. Dash for making Connect India 2021 a possibility with grants from Dr. Dash Foundation. Thank you very much. So with that, before we begin the wonderful afternoon with all the information, I would like to say that a leader is the one who knows the way, who goes the way, and who shows the way. Please welcome on stage President of IAM 2021, Kiran Bundy. Bundy has been actively involved with IAM for 6 years to help promote culture and develop strong connections with the larger Minnesota community. He's very passionate to help build stronger community connections, promoting culture and charity. Bundy, the stage is all yours.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Connect India 2021. Thank you all for being here in person and joining us online on such a wonderful afternoon. I am Kiran Bundy, President, India Association of Minnesota for 2021. I would like to start by saying that we stand in solidarity with the innocent Asian Americans who have been targeted with racism and unprovoked violence over the past several months. We express our sadness over the growing unrest in the society and pledge to stay united with our Asian American and Pacific Islander community members throughout these times. Now, let me start by talking about our India Association of Minnesota. India Association of Minnesota is a nonprofit organization spanning over 4 decades of community service since its inception in 1973. India Association of Minnesota aims to build strong and cohesive community of over 50,000 plus strong Asian Indians in the great state of Minnesota. We represent the Indian diaspora at large and serve as a focal point of contact for all nonprofits working on Asian Indian causes. Through our 3-pronged mission of culture, charity, and connection, IAM seeks to build bridges of understanding between Asian Indians and the society at large within the state and the country. We plan to connect Minnesota with India through our events, initiatives that promote cultural understanding and heritage, provide charitable hand to causes here and in India, while all while functioning as an umbrella organization to multitude of nonprofit organizations in this great state. Now I'd like to introduce our 2021 board. We have our officer team, Suyas Jain, Vice President, Prinesh Patel, Treasurer, Srividya Vaidyanathan, and myself, President. And next board slide. And from a board, we have our passionate and dedicated, tireless board of directors and associate board of directors. And I want to introduce Manoj Prabhu, Srini Chekka, Ram Gada, Shanti Shah, Sheetal Kulkarni, Sid Saladi, Swati Agarwal, Sajid Padmaja, and Saili Amarpurkar. And we have our associate board of directors, Jay Chandra Raju, Shashi Palani, Swapna Sen Gupta, Rupali Gupta, Tanvi Prek, Mohit Kale, Jyoti Porwal, and Kuhu Singh. And at Trustee Advisory Council. Trustee Advisory Council is part of IAM team who help us with IAM strategy and provide guidance to the board throughout the year. We have Sri Kamojla, TAC Chair, Ravi Sagi, Vice Chair, Amit Kachru, Nazreen Sheikh, and Pradeep Sukani. And we have our honorary board. Honorary board help elevate IAM's identity and help build and strengthen connections across Minnesota. We have Dr. Dash, Dr. Bruce Corey, Miguel Ramos, and Anup Mathur. And our interns, we have a very talented and passionate young intern group. And finally, we have our admin, Alice. That's our team. IAM Heroes. Last year was a very challenging year with COVID, but we are really proud how we were able to come together to help our community in need. We want to say thank you to all volunteers of all ages. We had volunteers from young kids to adults. Together, we as Asian Indian community have delivered over 3,000 masks, over 1,000 face masks, over 12,000 meals, and a lot more. We were able to raise over $116,000 to help our community with food and PPE. All this could not have been possible without help from you all. So we want to thank all the 20 plus organization, 200 plus community member who spent thousands of volunteer hours driving 10,000 miles to help and a lot more. So I want to say a big thank you to all our partners, all our individual donors, and all the community members to make it possible. Thank you. Next, so 2021, what are we going to do in 2021? In 2021, we want to continue to strengthen our community connections. We're not starting, we're going to continue. We've been having our connections with the community for quite a long time, and we want to strengthen our community with Indian American and broader Minnesota community. Last year, as an example, we all came together in spite of all the COVID challenges to help the community in need for those impacted, not just by COVID, but also racial injustice. So my request is we need to continue to do the same as a team. We also need to continue to share about Indian culture, heritage, and traditions with broader Minnesota community. While India Fest is one such avenue where we get an opportunity to share about culture and tradition, I feel that isn't enough. India is so diverse that we need to work throughout the year to be able to share all the diversity throughout the year. And we have created multiple avenues such as newsletter, website, social media. So we look forward to working with all of you here to help us promote our culture and tradition that can be shared with the broader Minnesota community. And we are also happy to inform that we have been partnering with Minnesota organizations like Seeds to Harvest to help the local Minneapolis communities. And additionally, we've also started initiatives last year, which is SARI, to support a fight against racial injustice. And we plan to continue that, and we will look for all of your support doing that. And together, we can make a difference in the community. Next, going into civic engagement. Last year, IAM and all of you together, we made a big difference. How? Together, we participated and helped promote about census, and it was a big success. We had one of the highest percentages in the state of Minnesota. Same with elections. We made a big difference. Highest voting turnout in Minnesota. So we're really proud of it, and we want to thank you for being such a good partner. That's not it. We want to continue to actively participate in civic engagement activities. So we look to you all as community leaders to help achieve the same. Now we'd like to provide some updates on some of our policies that we at IAM have been working. First is Pass India Day Bill. What is India Day Bill? India Day Bill is basically designating August 15th as India Day and celebrate culture, heritage, and traditions of India. Each year, Governor would issue a proclamation honoring the observance and encouraging Minnesotans to take opportunity to learn about and appreciate the Indian American community and their contributions to Minnesota. We thank Senate Finance, Policy and Elections Committee for hearing the bill this year and the House Government Operations Committee last year. We sincerely urge our legislators in both chambers to include this bill in the omnibus bills when they return to work at the Capitol next week. Next one is Promote Education and Data Desegregation. Ethnic Studies Bill requires ethnic studies instruction in all K-12 schools and creation of a task force. Page amendment to enshrine quality public education as fundamental right for all children in the state of Minnesota. Data desegregation to understand the unique and diverse experiences and needs of Asian Minnesotans. Stop Asian Hate. This is an important one. Combating Hate Bill. We urge legislators to support making Minnesota safe for all Minnesotans. And we have ongoing investments to create awareness and fight anti-Asian discrimination and xenophobia. American Rescue Plan, support Asian, Indian, and American communities. Support funding for micro and small businesses and resources to community-based organizations like IAM and its partner organization to serve as providers, navigators, and bridgers for vulnerable communities. Ensure that recovery solutions and program meets the need of Asian Minnesotan communities and are inclusive of all cultural practices and experiences. Finally, immigration rights. Consideration of immigrants on temporary visas, including a large section of our own community on work visas in relief efforts and ongoing acceleration of permanent residency processes. Next is, we want to go over our oral history project. Oral history project is basically oral histories are stories that are told who were involved. The initiative is an effort to record and preserve the history of Indians in Minnesota. This is supported by Minnesota Historical Society for Research. It's nothing but a creation of oral histories. The scope, initially it was limited to just interviews and transcripts, but later expanded to include all important documents, digitized concerts, traditional costumes, videos, and artifacts. The committee, the Oral History Committee, it was originally envisioned back in 1990 by Ram Gada, Godan Nambudripad, and Polly Sonifar. And they handed off the reins to the current point of contact, Raj Menon. The 2021 initiatives, the 2021 initiatives are to complete the Minnesota Malayali Association Oral History Project, kick off Guyana Indians Oral History Project, establish partnership with SADA, establish web page that can be hosted on our IAM website, and finally continue to reach to all outreach organizations. And next, can we go into events? And finally, our event slides. The events that we had for a year, we already had a Black History Month, which we celebrated on February 20th. This is our Connect India. Typically, next is Festival of Nations. IAM represents India in partnership with all of the regional organizations and other nonprofits from India. But this year, that due to COVID restrictions, IAM will continue to participate in Flintals organized by Ordway. Then we have our International Yoga Day. And we have Corporate Connect, which is renamed or rebranded from what we used to call it Connect Asia, where we bring in ERGs from all corporates. And we have our India Fest, our signature event. And we hope with a COVID vaccine rollout, we can all celebrate together in person. Let's hope. And we have a Non-Violence Day, and then Dhanyavad. Finally, I want to say thank you all for joining us today. Looking forward to continue to work with you to promote the Indian culture, heritage, and tradition, and to support Asian American and our local Minnesota community. Thank you.
Thank you, Bundy. And before we move on to a lot more information, we have a very special presentation that we will be watching via a video presentation.
चलो भारत को लिखे एक प्यार भरी चिट्ठी, दिल की कलम से बंद आंखों से छू ले वो महकी हुई मिट्टी। चलो भारत को लिखे एक प्यार भरी चिट्ठी, दिल की कलम से बंद आंखों से छू ले वो महकी हुई मिट्टी। चिट्ठी में हम ये लिखे, तू याद बहुत आए, इतना रह के भी दूर तुझे भूल नहीं पाए। नए नए ढंगों से, अलग अलग रंगों से, सुख दुख तेरा सभी निभाते रहे। चलो भारत को लिखे एक प्यार भरी चिट्ठी, दिल की कलम से बंद आंखों से छू ले वो महकी हुई मिट्टी। ये तन ये मन, चाहे होली हो या ईद या दिवाली, गरबा हो या चाहे हो कव्वाली, खुशियाँ ही सिर्फ ना मनाई किसी ने भी जब न थी उठाई। जिम्मेदारियाँ हमने ले ली मेरे वतन। चलो भारत को लिखे एक प्यार भरी चिट्ठी, चलो भारत को लिखे एक प्यार भरी चिट्ठी।
Hello, thank you for this wonderful thing. I just wanted to recognize Prashant Sarnaik, who's the lyricist and the vocal for the song. He's here with us today. He didn't expect this. So such a wonderful thing he did for IAM. So just wanted to say thank you, Prashant, for doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, you can switch the slide. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Prashant. With that, we are going to introduce somebody very special. Consulate General of India, Chicago office, serves 9 states, including Minnesota, and is headed by Consul General Amit Kumar. Amit Kumar is a career diplomat and joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1995. He has wide-ranging experience, having served in headquarters and in several Indian missions abroad. He has dealt with both bilateral and multilateral work in diverse areas such as political, strategic, and economic spheres. Prior to taking up his current assignment as the Consul General of India in Chicago, he was the Deputy Chief of Mission in the Embassy of India, Washington, D.C., with ambassador rank. His recent assignments included stints as a Joint Secretary for Development Partnership Administration and as Joint Secretary for Human Resources Management in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi. He was also Deputy Chief of Mission at the Embassy of India in Tokyo. He has previously served as Undersecretary, China, and Director in the Foreign Secretary's Office in New Delhi. We are going to listen to a message from Amit Kumar.
Good afternoon and very warm greetings to you all. I'm delighted to join virtually the annual Connect India event being organized by the Indian Association of Minnesota. I understand that the event is being organized in a hybrid format. At the outset, I would like to commend the leadership of Indian Association of Minnesota, as well as partner organizations for their important role in bringing together the Indian American community and in preserving and projecting the Indian heritage for the next generation, as well as to the wider audience in Minnesota. I am also happy to note that the Indian Association of Minnesota was actively involved in reaching out to local communities during the past year of unprecedented challenges on account of COVID-19. Since we are still in the midst of the unprecedented pandemic, let me begin with it. The pandemic left no region in the world unaffected and caused severe disruption in global economic activity, including trade. With the ongoing vaccination drive, where India plays a critically important role in both mass production and delivery of vaccines globally, we are cautiously optimistic about a return to modicum of normalcy in the coming months. India has supplied over 64 million doses of COVID-19 vaccinations to 80 countries. We have so far done a fairly remarkable job of managing the COVID situation in India. During the pandemic, India was perhaps the only country that continued with deeper structural reforms and with the process of further liberalizing different sectors of the economy. The results are there for everyone to see. There are already green shoots in several sectors of our economy. The record foreign direct investment last year is another indication about the potential of the Indian economy. The International Monetary Fund has already projected a double-digit growth rate for this year and beyond. As you all know, we have the 75th anniversary year of India's independence coming up next year. In this regards, the Consulate of India will be organizing a series of events in the run-up to the 75th anniversary and beyond. I would look forward to receiving your valuable suggestions on how we can celebrate this momentous occasion together. As two vibrant democracies with shared values, India and United States enjoy multifaceted partnership covering every aspect of human endeavor. It is a partnership which is driven by strong people-to-people connections. You all have an important role to play. We are working together to advance our partnership in all areas, particularly in 5 priority areas of cooperation. Healthcare, including on affordable vaccines and medicines, clean energy and mitigating the effects of climate change for future generations, cooperation in digital technologies and innovation, building a strong partnership in education, as well as strategic and defense convergences. In this regard, the US Midwest region is an important region for us to focus on. Here again, Minnesota occupies an important place. We have several companies from Minnesota present in India, as also Indian companies in Minnesota. Many of you are already contributing towards development objectives in India or helping in promoting India and Minnesota ties. I will look forward to strengthening these engagements. Before I conclude, I would also like to mention that it has been the endeavor of the consulate to ensure that our services for the Indian diaspora and Indian nationals are rendered as smoothly as possible. We have taken steps to simplify procedures. Your feedback is valuable. Indeed, based on such feedback, Government of India recently decided to do away with the requirement of carrying both old and new passports for travel to India for those OCI card holders need to get their OCI cards reissued. The deadline for getting OCI cards reissued has also been extended till 31st of December this year. So please do keep sharing your useful suggestions. I would also like to wish you all success for today's event. I also look forward to an early opportunity to visit Minnesota and interact with you all. Thank you.
Also, I would like to say a big thank you to Council LP Gupta for joining us today on Zoom. So everybody who is on Zoom, we cannot hear you here, but Sid can definitely see them. So if you can hear us really well, would you like to give us a thumbs up? Sid, everybody's okay? Good, thank you. I was just checking, they are our audience too, right? So with that, we are going to introduce you guys to very special guests here. And some of them have been able to make it here, some could not. And we have some video messages from them too. Firstly, I would like to introduce Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka. He has been representing District 9, including counties of Cass, Crow Wing, Morrison, Todd, and Wadena, since 2013. Senator Gazelka serves as the chair of Rules and Administration Committee. Here is a message.
Hi, this is Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka, and I want to talk about Connect India. We have many, many people from India here, and this tape is for you. I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for being a major part of Minnesota. Teachers, entrepreneurs, community leaders, community members, family-orientated, so many good things that you bring to Minnesota and make a part of Minnesota. So thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Next, we have Speaker of the House, Representative Melissa Hortman, has been representing District 36B, Anoka and Hennepin counties, including Brooklyn Park and surrounding areas since 2013. Here is a message from her.
Hi, my name is Melissa Hortman. I have the privilege of serving as the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives. An honor to be here with you today for Connect India. I'm sorry that we can't be together in person, or I can't be there with you in person. I think it's great that people are still finding ways to come together. And I think after the pandemic's over, we're going to have to preserve some of this remote interaction because it's allowed some people to attend things they otherwise wouldn't be able to. So I hope everybody is staying healthy and staying safe. I think we've got one more big push and we're going to get through this pandemic. And then I cannot wait to be in person with all of you at India Day and other events coming up in the future. I want to thank the India Association of Minnesota for being such a good civic partner in so many endeavors, from helping to get PPE to your activities with the election last cycle, making sure people knew how to register and vote, to the work that you've done to make sure that we have a strong and accurate count on the census. It really takes all of us working together to make our community strong and vibrant and to have us feel united as Minnesotans. Thanks again for your civic participation and have a great event.
Next, we have Senator Eric Pratt, who has been representing District 55, Scott County, including Prior Lake and surrounding areas, since 2013 and serves as the chair of Senate Jobs and Economic Growth, Finance and Policy Committee. Senator Pratt was the primary sponsor of SF 689 to designate August 15th as India Day.
Hi, I'm State Senator Eric Pratt, and I represent Senate District 55, which is Scott County. And I want to thank you for inviting me to Connect India. Unfortunately, I'm traveling with my family out of town for the Easter holiday, but I still wanted to convey, really my appreciation for the work that Connect India has done, and to Dr. Dash for his support of Connect India. I'm carrying the India Day bill along with co-authors on both sides of the aisle because we recognize the importance of the Indian community to our Minnesota culture. But I also want to congratulate Connect India on the work that they've done over the last year, helping get a complete census count, get out the vote, helping to collect for PPE to help us all survive the COVID crisis, along with helping our young people with internships. You guys have done a great job, and I'm proud to be affiliated with you.
We also have some very special guests here with us today. Senator John Hoffman has been representing District 36, Anoka and Hennepin counties, including Champlin and surrounding areas, since 2013. Senator Hoffman is the minority whip, serves on various committees, and is a long-term supporter of the Indian American community. I would like to invite Senator Hoffman on stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. A few sentences, right? Usually there's like 500 people in this room. And there's lots of food going around, and there's lots of wonderful smells coming from the back of the room. But you know what? There's no wonderful smells, but I will tell you this, what is wonderful is to see folks here, and absolutely to see folks out in the Zoom land checking into what we're now calling this wonderful day of Connect India. Let me do a couple of things. Minnesota, what a great state. I think all 27 states in India are represented in the state of Minnesota. I think all 6 regions of India are represented here. To have the largest democracy and the oldest democracy be a partnership, just like the Consulate General said, what a valuable importance that is. And so I'm honored to be a co-author with Senator Eric Pratt on the bill that establishes August 14th as India Day. Every year we have to go back to the same thing, back to the same drawing ground and saying, let's be what's important to Minnesota. You know what? Connect India is important to Minnesota. India Association of Minnesota, absolutely important. Thank you for letting me be part of your family. Thank you for being Minnesota, because this is a great state to be in. And it wouldn't be great if we didn't have everybody here. And that's including the folks that represent the 27 states of India. So I want to say thank you once again. And of course, it's great to be with my friend, Dr. Dash. Always good to see you. I haven't seen you in over a year, and I haven't seen a lot of people. Shrivi, I haven't seen you in over a year, and it's so nice to see you guys here again. So thank you for letting me be here. I could go on and on, but I'm not gonna. So thank you once again. Connect India, connect India, connect India, make Minnesota proud. We got you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Senator Ann Johnson Stewart represents District 44, Hennepin County, including Wayzata, Plymouth, and surrounding areas. Senator Johnson Stewart serves on capital investment and transportation, finance, and policy committees. I would like to invite her on stage to share a few words with us.
Nice to meet you. Hello, everybody. Well, my colleague John has set me up for next year. Obviously, I didn't quite dress appropriately, so next year I'll come dressed and hungry. I'm excited about that. I thought this was outside, so I'm pleased to be here. I'm guessing that several of you live in my district. As I see a few waving, thank you. As she introduced me, I'm right here in Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Woodland. And I just verified the numbers in our Senate district. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I teach at the university, so I'm used to like walking around. I got in trouble for that on the Senate floor too. In District 44, we have 16% of our citizens come from Asia. And I think both Eastern Asia, Eastern Indian, and Chinese Americans and others are part of that. But I'm proud, really proud to tell people how diverse Senate District 44 is. I was mentioning to Srini that I wanted to get together with this group prior to my election. I look forward to getting together with you after now, and not just once, but many times. I'm just really pleased to be here, and I'm grateful for your welcome. Please reach out to me if you'd like me to meet with you individually. If you have any other community groups that you think I would be welcome at, I would very much enjoy that interaction. So again, my name is Ann Johnson Stewart. I'm a civil engineer. I teach at the university, but I am thrilled to be your new senator right here in Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Woodland. So thank you.
Thank you so much. We also have House Rep from Plymouth, Ginny Cleveron, and I think we met her last year too, right? Thank you so much for being here with us today. We would like to hear some words from you as well.
Hi, I'm State Representative Jenny Cleaborn, and you are in the heart of the district I represent, Plymouth 44A. We are friends, we are neighbors, we are colleagues. We are all Americans. And it's an important time for us to stand together, work together as family, as friends, as community for the good of Minnesota. It's an honor to represent Plymouth and to work with you. And I look forward to this continuing relationship that we have together. As Senator Hoffman said, normally we commune, we have a meal together, we celebrate, there's music. I so look forward to those days again. And with the good work that you do in our community, in our state, We are moving forward and we move forward together. So thank you. I look forward to the great food next year, but always in partnership, in friendship, and in community together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Senator Fong, who has been representing District 67, Ramsey County, including St. Paul and surrounding areas, since 2013. Senator Fong serves on various committees and is a longtime supporter of the Indian American community. I would like to invite him on stage to share a few words with us.
Thank you, Sabati, your good MC today. And also Sharid for making sure that I'm here on time. So thank you for organizing, and it's an honor to be here too. Also, Director Bundy, your very well speech, and it's good to see friends again. Glad to see Dr. Dash. We forming New American Alliance, and that everybody all stay healthy. And Rangada, I brought your pen here, and many of you. Before I serve in office, I only know a few of you, like Dr. Corey, Shanti, and now I start to pick up more and got familiar with the East Indian community. I always talk about my days as a Laotian-born person. I was born in the country of Laos, and how much India had influence even to the mountain of Laos, where my people came from. And one of these days, I was singing an Indian song for you that I learned as a child from Bollywood movie, as a matter of fact. And maybe I'll wait till maybe August 15th on that day. But let me brag about my prediction a little bit last year. Last year, during Indian Fest, Zoom Indian Fest, I predict that when the world's oldest democracy and the world's largest democracy come together, we will help elect the first vice president of East Indian descent, Kamala Harris. You can check that on your old archive tape. And that came true because we came together. So even though we're facing challenging time, with hate crimes, with hate crime against Asian Americans, and we're going to stand in solidarity with that. There's better days coming ahead of us, with policy coming from the federal American Rescue Plan and all. So I'm looking for a better day, and also a day where in this coming August, we will declare August 15th as Indian Day. So thank you all, and may God and heaven bless you all, and you're a good leader. You're so good leader who cares so much about your people who are East Indian and who are also American. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And since everybody who came up expressed something about Indian food and food at Connect India, how can we not have any food here, right? But with COVID restrictions and all the guidelines that we had to follow, all we could do was a nice vegetarian wrap in those white bags right there. So anybody who would like to go grab a bag, we'll go table-wise as the presentation continues with least sound. So we can start with tables 1 to 4 while we continue the presentation. Thank you. Well, next. Well, next we have a very special person I get to introduce here to all. Elmer L. Anderson, Chair in Global Corporate Social Responsibility, Strategic Management and Entrepreneurship. Sri Lata, Sri Zahir, became the 12th Dean of the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota in March 2012. During her tenure as Dean of the Carlson School, Sri launched a military veterans initiative to help servicemen and women transition from military to business careers, resulting in the Carlson School of Management being named the #1 military-friendly business school in the nation. Shri has increased the business community's engagement with the school, resulting in a wealth of new experiential learning opportunities for students, and has overseen the introduction of new degrees in business analytics, supply chain management, finance, and new programs in partnership with Tsinghua University in Beijing and Tongji University in Shanghai, as well as online degrees and certificates. Shri holds the Elmer L. Anderson Chair in Global Corporate Social Responsibility, and her research focus is on international business, a topic on which she has published extensively. She is a fellow of the Academy of International Business and a former consulting editor of the Journal of International Business Studies. She serves on the board of the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis, where she is currently serving as chair. She previously served on the boards of the Graduate Management Admission Council, GMAC, Greater Twin Cities United Way, the Guthrie Theater, and the Destination Medical Center Economic Development Agency of Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. In 2013, the Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal honored Shri's professional achievements, leadership qualities, and contributions to the broader Twin Cities communities with its Women in Business Award. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Ms. Zahir on Zoom live with us.
Thank you. I guess you got the long version of my bio. So thanks for all your kind words there. And good afternoon, everyone. I wish I was also with you to go and get that little white bag with the veggie wrap. Sounds excellent right now. But thank you for allowing me to join India Connect today. I've had a long and proud association with the India Association of Minnesota. I think some years ago, I was on the honorary board for a couple of years, and it was a lot of fun. I got to know a lot of you, and it's great to see this organization and how far it's gone and how far what it continues to accomplish. And that being said, I think this past year certainly been one of the most challenging years, I think, for so many of us and so many of our lives. I mean, apart from the health issues that you may have faced with family and friends, we know that this pandemic, the challenges of this pandemic, I know there's some reverberation. I hope you can still hear me. The challenges of the pandemic and the continued sort of impacts of inequality have really placed a heavy burden on some communities. Of course, communities of color, but also lower income populations who've been disproportionately affected by the pandemic, as well as, of course, immigrants, LGBTQ communities, so many others. And, all of these communities have historically, as we know, been marginalized. But, the pandemic has really made matters so much worse for so many of these communities. And of course, in Minnesota, we ourselves, our own community, we are grappling with the tragic death of George Floyd and the trial that is ongoing right now of Derek Chauvin, which is re-traumatizing to so many in our communities. I mean, how do we help them? How do we support them? These are things I think all of us have to pay attention to. And of course, what has happened to our own community of Asian, the anti-Asian xenophobia, the hate crimes that we've seen in Atlanta and elsewhere. It's just been a very, very difficult time, I think, for so many of us on so many dimensions. And sometimes I think the magnitude of these problems, makes us feel that, oh my goodness, this is such hard stuff. What do we do? Where do we even start to help communities heal? What can we do as the Indian American community to help others in this space as well as help ourselves in the process? And today I'd like to just kind of give you some ideas. These are just suggestions. I don't have any, magic pill out here, but I think each of us can, we can talk about how all of the organizations that each of you represent can work with IAM. I mean, IAM it's wonderful that we have this kind of umbrella organization that brings everyone together, but how can we all work together to support some of these communities? And I'm just going to throw out some ideas. And perhaps I'll start with some examples from the Carlson School itself. That's the place that I know best. So I will give you some examples of what we're doing. First of all, I think, I'm very proud of the fact that, the Carlson School sort of unofficial motto has become business as a force for good. And this is a motto, it represents the ideals of our faculty, our students, our staff, alumni, friends. And it really, if you think about it, encompasses two key ideas. One is using the tools of your own organization for social good. And secondly, aiding communities where you're best positioned to provide support. So we are, of course, a business school, which means most of our students go on to work with companies that have a profit motive. So what we teach our students is that even when generating profit, businesses can and should positively impact all of the communities they're in and all of the stakeholders that they work with. And also, the other thing is that we know that we're good at certain things. We're not good at everything in the world, but we're good at certain things. We are good at analyzing data. We know how to work in teams. We can deliver actionable suggestions based on evidence and work to deadline, at least most of the time. So there are things that we are good at and our students are good at. So what we have done is that our students and our faculty have seized the opportunity to do high impact work, to live the ideals of business as a force for good using our own strengths. Just to give you some examples, just this past year, one of our undergraduate sophomores, he's all of 20 years old, Dante Reminick, he co-founded Biggs Tutoring. And what it does, it pairs K through 12 students who desperately needed tutoring this pandemic year with college students who, of course, we have access to for virtual tutoring. And as another example, a team of 5 students through the Carlson Analytics Lab partnered with the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation to use artificial intelligence to examine 250,000 patient records that the Betty Ford Foundation had. And what they did was they helped the foundation find new patterns in addiction treatment that will be used to inform early interventions. And also they help reduce the risk of relapse, of readmission. And it's amazing. There's all these kinds of data available in healthcare organizations, which they don't know what to do with. And there is so much knowledge that can be gleaned from them, so many insights, if we could apply the kinds of analytic techniques that our students happen to be good at. Similarly, I'm now faculty have partnered with state health departments all over the country, really, this recently to create the COVID-19 hospitalization tracking project. You may have read about it in the New York Times, but it created a dashboard looking at the availability of beds, especially ICU beds, literally county by county and hospital by hospital. And it's something that the HHS then took on to do themselves because it was so valuable. So in each of these cases, I think the point that I'm trying to make is the activity they undertook in terms of helping the community was aligned with our mission and it played to our strengths. Our students used what they learned in the classroom and they took the help of, the faculty and staff and other people around them, and they could apply it to these real life challenges and have a real kind of social impact from what they did. So, what are the lessons for all of our organizations here at, who are present in the room? How can we all best use our own organizations to do good? And I'd suggest that it's really about 4 very simple questions: why, how, what, and where. So each of your organizations has a mission. You know why you exist, but you should also be clear on how you operate. That is, how can you work with others to deliver on your mission? And to answer that question, you also need to reflect on the what. What are your strengths that can be leveraged for the greater good? What are your unique strengths? Even IAM, what are the things that make IAM special? There are many things that make IAM special, but try and figure out what those special strengths are. And finally, where are the needs in the community that you can help with? So it's just why, how, what, and where. And each of your organizations is diverse. You have different missions. Your people come from, have different ideas about what needs to happen, different approaches, and you're serving different populations. I mean, we have arts organizations, we have human services organizations, we have regional organizations. There are all kinds of organizations under this IIM umbrella. And sometimes these differences can seem enormously difficult to overcome when we look at how we can work together. But each of your organizations, whether you're for-profit, non-profit, whether you are affinity groups in the great corporations we have in town, each of you have your own networks, each of you have your unique strengths, and you've used them to not just survive, but succeed and thrive. And so all of your organizations have something to bring to the table. And you've also benefited, I'm sure, in the past from bringing in new ideas, new people from outside your organizations as well. So I believe that IIM can truly be the catalyst that makes it happen with the organizations around this room or around the Zoom. It's, IIM is so well positioned to connect communities in need with all of the incredible strengths that each of your organizations brings to bear. And I'm so proud, really, of all that IIM is doing in this space, whether you're promoting a Mask Up campaign or pushing forward legislation on requiring ethnic studies in K-12 education. I was so impressed by all the examples that President Bundy gave earlier today, and it was just heartwarming to see the reach that IIM has in what it's doing. But I would just sort of give one last message, which I feel strongly about, that first of all, as we try to work together, we first have to overcome our own differences in order to be truly able to serve others. And I know IIM has played a powerful role in bringing us together, but each of us also has to do the work. And this work really means seeing complementarities in our differences, rather than think of it as competition across our differences. I mean, I remember a childhood where, I grew up in a small town in Durgapur in West Bengal, and all of us kids on the weekends, we'd all be playing together the whole day. And at lunchtime, whoever house, and it didn't matter what language they spoke, what God they worshipped, what region they were from, what food they ate, we would land up in whichever home was closest to where we were playing. And I just had one rule from my mom, which I had to call her and tell her whose house I was in when I was eating lunch. And it was great. I mean, it wasn't even a dial phone. I had to call the operator and say 164, that was our number. We just had a 3-digit number in those days. And so it's really about looking at, being able to overcome our differences and our ability to sort of play together, work together, all of that. So I truly believe that, kindness begins at home, like charity. And I do worry about the divisiveness, the vitriol that's being spewed in so many of the WhatsApp and other social media groups that I see here and, from my connections in India. So let's work in our own small ways to tamp that down when we see it. We have to learn to work with each other and help ourselves before we can step up and help others. So be humble, be kind, be generous to others who are trying to help in this space, regardless of our differences. And that will ensure that we can all bring our very, very best to serve our communities. And I am confident we can do it. So let me emphasize again, start seeing complementarities, not competition in our differences. And that's true even as we reach out to the broader community. So I encourage all of you to reflect on and identify the why, the how, the what, and the where that your organization is particularly equipped to support, and bring that to the IIM leadership. I'm sure they'll welcome it, because IIM can serve to connect the dots and help also identify where the gaps are and who has strengths and how can we work together to fill the gap where it is most needed. And so let me end by saying it's a community effort to address the big challenges our society faces. And I'm truly, truly thankful for your commitment to build a better Minnesota. I'm so proud of what IAM has been doing and is continuing to do in this space, and delighted too with each of you, your desire to serve the greater community that we are all part of. And a special thank you again to Dr. Dash for supporting Connect India. You're amazing. And thank you all for your time today, and of course for your willingness to serve others. And thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful message. Kindness indeed begins at home. Be kind, be humble, be charitable. Thank you for the lovely message. With that, I'm going to invite on stage Kiran Bundy, Suyash Jain, and Pranesh Patel. They will be doing something special. I'll let Bundy take it. Oh, and before that, other tables, number 5 to 8, you guys can go ahead, and I know you guys must be waiting.
Hello, thank you, Sheetal. I'd like to welcome Srini Chekka, President 2020, to receive the IAM 2020 President Award. Pranesh, Suyash, can please come on. I want to say, Srini, thank you for the wonderful leadership. He has been a bold, fierce leader who has put us on a new track, a fast-paced track, I would say. And he made some bold decisions, which has put us in a very good position today. So I would like Srini to say a couple of words.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to serve as the 2020 IAM President. Thank you to the 2020 Executive Team, Board Presidents Club, administrative staff, partner organizations, and community members for the groundswell of support in advancing IAM and our collective mission. Thank you to the Chicago Indian Consulate and all our legislators for the continued support. And a big thank you to my mentors, Babu, Sri, Shanti, Ram, and Bruce for the constant guidance and for always being there to educate me and nudge me to act. Unprecedented virtual resilience, solidarity, allyship, and equity, the many words to describe 2020, a year like no other, and we had to evolve and shape our work in real time. 2020 theme was community outreach, Indian American and the broader Minnesota community. We held true to this theme through expansive partnerships, capacity and diversity, civic engagement and policy advocacy, and a lot of lateral thinking. We did impactful work on the census, social and racial justice, and get out to work. We started an IAM President's Club and established an internship program with 14 young interns who continue to shape our work. We celebrated many events virtually, including India Fest, a beautiful blend of causes that stretched across the anniversaries of the world's largest and the oldest democracies. We took on challenging causes, including the St. Paul Resolution. The most impactful of all was the COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund. We came together and pooled our resources across the community to help Minnesotans in need with PPE, food, and many other things. I particularly want to thank Padma Nadella, Hitesh Patel, Santosh Sharma, Ram Gada, the SURF board, and the many community partner organizations and community members, including Raj Kankari and our partnership with the Rotary Club. All of this will be memorialized in the 2020 annual report, which will be released later this month. What did I learn? many things throughout the year, but I'll spotlight three things. Have a sense of purpose and a North Star. This allows you to seize the moment and turn them into causes and initiatives. The second thing, IAM is a platform. Raise your hand when you need help, and there's a lot of help available from very smart people all across the community, and you can amplify the value of your work. Third, we need to do a lot more on equity. We stand largely on the freedom and fruits of struggles from many movements that preceded us. We need to recognize and address our own biases, and more importantly, continue to give back to the community. My contributions were made possible by the unflinching support of my personal family, my wife Jyoti, who's here, my kids Kavya and Nidhi, and my father-in-law, Dr. Muti. I thank them from the bottom of my heart for always being there to hold me together. My mother, the late Kamakshi, always told me to believe in myself and pushed me to do more than I thought I could do. And she continues to give me courage from above. In closing, I want to say IAM is a work in progress, like many other things. The relevance of our platform continues to get stronger in an increasingly complex and diverse environment. I strongly urge the IAM family to continue the work to implement the key recommendations of our strategic plan, IAM Vision 2023, and celebrate our pivotal 50th anniversary milestone in 2023. I wish the 2021 team the best. Dhanyawad and thank you.
Thank you very much, Srini. With that, I would like to invite Dr. Dash on the stage to give away some awards. The primary one that we are going to begin with, the Lifetime Achievement Award. IAM Annual Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes individuals or organizations for achieving excellence in their field, promoting the interests of the Asian Indian community in Minnesota, contributing to leadership, mentoring, and grassroots initiatives, and advancing understanding between the Asian Indian community and the Minnesota community at large. This year, we had a strong pool of nominees. We want to thank the panel of judges and facilitator for all of their work with the selection process. Dr. Dash, can we please have you on stage? Your award. About the Lifetime Achievement Award. Deepankar Mukherjee is the winner of the IAM 2021 Annual Lifetime Achievement Award. Deepankar Mukherjee is a professional director originally from Calcutta, India, with a 25-year history of directing. He is the artistic director of Pangea World Theatre. He co-founded Pangea World Theatre, an international theatre in Minneapolis that is a progressive space for arts and dialogue. His aesthetics have evolved through his commitment to social justice, equity, and deep spirituality, and these factors, along with relevant politics, form the basis of his work. As a director, he has worked in India, England, Canada, and the United States. Deepankar has received the Humphrey Institute Fellowship to Salzburg and has been a Ford Foundation delegate to India and Lebanon. He is a recent recipient of the Bush Leadership Fellowship Award to study nonviolence and peace methodologies in India and South Africa. Deepankar was invited to visit the White House as a part of the Asian American and Pacific Islanders delegation. In his rehearsal and workshop practices, Deepankar's facilitated processes that work to disrupt colonial, racist, and patriarchal modalities that we have inherited and collaboratively searches for an alternate way of working. I would also like to invite facilitator Sri, the TAC chair, to please come on stage. Deepankar could not join us here, but he is going to be with us on Zoom. And Sri is going to receive, or Sri has generously offered to receive the award on his behalf from Dr. Dash. So if you can. And once again, I would like to say at this point that thank you, Dr. Dash, for making Connect India 2021 possible. Yes, you will have to speak to all of us after Deepankar speaks. Is that okay? Thank you. Uh, you can stay here with me, Dr. Dash. You can just stay. It'll be a few minutes. That's okay. We are 6 feet apart, so we're good. We are 6 feet apart, so we're good. Hello, Deepankar. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly and I can see you too. But tell me when I can speak and I will.
Deepankar, over to you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah, can I? So, can you hear me? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that introduction. Actually, sometimes when you hear your own introduction, bios being read, you realize that I hope all of that comes with accountability and truth. So thank you so much for reading the bio. And thank you so much. With deep gratitude and respects to IIM, I received this award. I stand accountable to my community, and I'm so grateful to my community. Receiving an award from IIM is very special to me because I feel IIM is my community, IIM is my family, and the recognition from my own community is most important to me, to my heart. I just, I know it's echoing for me over here. Is it also echoing for you guys? So I guess whoever is managing the tech, I trust you to manage it. So I just want to say that it's so special to me that this award is coming from my own community, and I use the word "own" with a sense of pride, with a sense of complete pride that IIM is my community. IIM is the vision which I have of the world. IIM is the vision that I have of my family, of what it was in India. IIM is the past, IIM is the current, and IIM, the intersectionality of IIM is our future. This is a very important moment in this time for IIM to acknowledge the art. This award makes me accountable. This award makes me accountable to my community and to the work that we do. Ultimately, it is the work that is being recognized, and very seldom, other than celebrities from Bollywood, art gets conflated with this idea of celebrityness and celebrityhood. But actually, art is on the street as we are building and re-envisioning the community that we live in. I live on Lake Street. My studio is on Lake Street. My community is on Lake Street. And in Pangea World Theatre, which is an intersection of arts and social justice. And to me, that is being recognized because we really believe that the communities that are present, that is the future lies in collaborative politics. And I know the president, the past president echoed that. And I know Shri, for whom I have deep respect, Shri Zahir, our keynote speaker, echoed that. I think these silos that we create sometimes and we fall in love with our identities actually have to be bust open, and they are bust open after Brother Floyd's death. This intersectional space of social justice and arts is the future. And we are going to stand firm across difference. We are going to stand firm across race. We want to build bridges, just like what IIM is standing for in its strategic plan. We're going to build bridges with the community because we are a strong part of our community. We are not a marginal voice, because I really believe that nobody gets up in the morning and says, I am marginal or I am minority. voices that are perceived to be silenced are silenced because they have been made to be silent. There is no one who's marginalized. We are all in the center. Our work is in the center, and that's what we are re-envisioning we are rebuilding, reimagining our education system, our economic system, our social system, to a place where there is equity and justice. Minneapolis has become the center of equity and justice. And as we search forward, this recognition from IAM, which houses many of my elders in the community whom I deeply respect, people who started IAM with that vision that we need a space which is intersectional language, intersectional faith, intersectional politics, place where we might not always agree, but that space, that sacred space needs to exist. And that is why this particular award means so much to me. So I'm so grateful. It makes me feel that I'm coming home because it is my community. So I just want to say one word in Bengali, which is my mother tongue, Ojoshro, Ojoshro, Ojoshro Dhonnobad. I stand accountable to IAM. And with IAM, we are going to really re-envision a world of equity, of justice, and removing margins. There has to be a large circle, just like what we believe in Pangea, which includes all of us, and only the work is in the center. So from the core of my heart, on behalf of Pangea's board and artists and staff, I want to thank the board of IAM, the present and past presidents, and all the work that has been going on and has gone on, and we commit to journeying for the future together. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Table numbers 9 to 13 can grab their goodie bags. So, every year IAM presents the India Fest Awards for the most creative and engaging booth and the most fun parade participation. Last year, despite the virtual environment, we asked you, our partner organizations, to step up, and you certainly delivered. The following award winners were selected based on several criteria, including creativity, relevance to state and organizational presence, and relevance to India Fest, to name a few. At this point, I am going to announce the Best Virtual Exhibit Award at India Fest, and Dr. Dash will be presenting the award to them. The awards are here. The Best Virtual Exhibit Award at the India Fest goes to Bengali Association of Minnesota. Benita Sinha, would you please like to come on stage? Thank you so much, Benita. Thank you. The next award is for the Best Virtual Parade Ambassador at India Fest 2020. This award goes to Oriya Society of Minnesota. Can we please have Sarita Patnaik come on stage to receive this award? Thank you so much. This year, we hope to celebrate India Fest live in August, so everybody get those vaccinations before that. Dr. Dash, you have been very special to all of us. And now I'm going to give you the mic because you've been very nice, patiently waiting for us. Thank you. Yeah, you need to stand.
Can I take it out?
Sure, yes.
Namaste, good afternoon, and welcome to your Connect India. Whether you folks know or not, this is my second award from IAM. Maybe you didn't get it, what I was trying to tell. That time there was no Lifetime Achievement Award. That award is given as a called Distinguished Man of the Year Award. I received that award long ago. Maybe to correct it, today maybe it was given to me as a Lifetime Achievement Award, and thank you. I am proud to be part of IAM. For reason number one, since 1981, I've been actively involved. IAM many people do not know. IAM was helping to preserve and promote our rich Indian heritage and culture since 1981. All the cultural programs, all the events you saw during those past years, and it was co-sponsored by IAM. All the big artists you see today, that time we did not see them. It was possible because of IAM. Again, people believe Dr. Das is IAM is Dr. Das. Why? I've been involved actively. It is not only in India. When we had flood in Kerala, I came to the rescue. I raised the money. We sent $15,000 to go to Kerala flood. We raised the money to go to Odisha Cyclone Fund. These are few of the things I do. Last time, if you see, last event we had at India Fest, the biggest outdoor event of our Indian community we had. We had the best artists from India, and I sponsored them. I feel proud we did this. This is not what I'm saying. Let us talk about what major things we have been doing and we have to do. Before I go to the past, let me talk to the present today. Raj, would you please stand up? My son Raj today purchased on behalf of Hindu Society of Minnesota a van for senior service. Give him a hand. For seniors need lots of attention. They have contributed to our community in many ways. So I thought as a token gift to our senior service, we purchased a minivan which will be used to provide services to our seniors. Last Christmas, you must be knowing, we had a campaign to how to help our seniors. We did provide food to 1,000 people, and we did in collaboration with our called Rotary Club of called Maple Grove and our Hindu Society of Minnesota, and of course, Dr. Das Foundation. Let me put it this way, the proud things we are talking about. We should be proud for one thing, COVID thing we talked about. We are talking about COVID in our community. Hindu Society of Minnesota is open for thousands and thousands of people, week after week. You know who did provide the leadership? She is no other than our President, Pooja. Would you please stand up? With her leadership, we did manage the COVID issue and open the mandir for everyone. I feel really proud together working with your support. We did this one, surprised to see. If you see all the activities of Hindu Mandir, we did. We not only did once or twice, we did for the whole year. It is in the grand way. Since I am taking this occasion to invite you all, please do come to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the temple, 15th anniversary of Hindu temple and Gundicha Mandir inauguration on June 11, 12th and 13th. I request you all to come and join us, celebrate your community temple. Okay, the other thing is like to know, not only the community van, I think Sri was not here. She should be happy to know, people know about Rockefeller's Fellowship. People know about called the our Fulbright Scholarship. We have established scholarship for called doctors, for engineers, and for professors. And also through Dr. Das Foundation, we have sent 3 batches of doctors to India. So this has been possible because of our medical college and our professor like Dr. Belani. Okay, another thing I like to mention to you about IIM. IIM is the second biggest recipient of the Dr. Das Foundation, which is more than $100,000. Again, our first recipient of the biggest grant is our beloved Hindu Mandir. And again, not for puja, for the activities we are doing, for the community service, for COVID program, puja program, all the programs we are doing, senior programs we do. Again, this year, I am committing $200,000, $200,000 for our community development, you can say, growth, you can say, and preserving, promoting our culture, you can say. $200,000 will be provided to all the communities, including Hindu Mandir, including our IIM and other organizations. Since I'm mentioning, I will mention one organization that is called Telugu Society of Minnesota team. Would you please, team president, please stand up? We are really proud of you. We are really proud of you, what you have done. This is something, having a proclamation from the governor and being recognized you. I have been attending the events, what you folks do, and many other communities they do. So thank you again. And I am requesting all the regional organizations have been involved for more than 20 years with you to see that you help to preserve or promote our rich Indian heritage and culture. Please keep on doing this. And again, working through IIM, it is a pleasure for me. And don't like to mention one by one. I'm simply thanking each and every IIM officials and those who are associated with IIM for doing the great job. The other thing which you like to know, Ram Gada, please stand up kindly. With Ram Gada's help, we have published one publication. People asked me in the consulate office, do you have something about IIM? I said, you'll have one. That book has been published with the Dr. Das Foundation's funding and initiative and Dr. Ram Gada's help. So that book is called Indians in Minnesota. So that is one. The second one is called Bollywood event we had. Bollywood event had a color. It is not one event. The event is going to continue year after year. And we are working with the IIM, Dr. Das Foundation, with Ram Gada's help. We are going to have this kind of event year after year. So we are working on this one. We should take pride where we are today and where we'll be tomorrow, that our Minnesota Historical Society is going to celebrate. That's all. Thank you all again for giving me this second honor, our Lifetime Achievement Award. Again, thank you, and thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Dash, very much for those inspiring words to all of us. With that, we are going to see a very special message and a video that has come from a very special girl who wanted to send a message to IIM and to all the viewers.
I know that when kids like me have been living in America for most of or all of their life, they feel kind of disconnected with their family and their culture. That's why IIM is such a great platform for us to find out about our cultures, about our roots, about who we are. I think I'm speaking for every kid and teenager when I say this. It is really nice to know that I can get the same experience during holidays and festivals just like I would have had I been living in India. So thank you, IAM, for bringing together all the communities and cultures to make us feel connected with our roots. And thank you for creating a home away from home.
दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा चांद तारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा चांद तारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा महक जाऊं मैं आज तो ऐसे फूल बगिया में महके है जैसे बादलों की मैं ओढ़ूं चुनरिया झूम जाऊं मैं बनके बाबरिया अपनी चोटी में बांध लूं दुनिया दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा
That was Asavari Dandekar, and she sent this lovely message for all of us. Thank you so much, Asavari. With that, we are all here from all different organizations, about 90 different organizations. Through outreach, we have connected with 90 different organizations. There's 25 organizations have sent us their presentation. About 42 have logged in online. And there is some who are also here and online who couldn't send us their presentations. But all of these slides and the presentations that you will see will be available on the IAM website for all of you to go and review. All the contact information, all their events will be there. About events, this year, we are introducing a community calendar on the IAM website. So if you have any events that are coming up and you would like to share them with us so that we can share it in our newsletter, on our social media and our website, please reach out to any of us and we will make sure that those are showing on the IAM website as well. With that, we are going to look at some fun stuff, information from so many different organizations. Okay, my page flipped over. Sorry. First up is the Indian Music Society of Minnesota, bringing the best in Indian classical music to the Twin Cities since 1980. About IMSOM, it is established in 1980, and the society has co-sponsored educational events with the University of Minnesota. I am just going to run through a few things that are on the side, considering the time. And if you guys have any questions about any of these organizations, all of us will be here. You can reach out to us. I am also going to call out some names. If you are here and your organization is up there and you would like to just stand up and wave, that will be great. With that, we can also look at their executive committee and all the events planned that they had. Next up is Indian Cultural Association of Minnesota. This is very exciting because this is the newest organization established in 2020 in Rochester. One of the big goals this year is to reach out to organizations which are outside Twin Cities. And Indian Cultural Association of Minnesota is one of them. And we are very excited to collaborate with them. They are virtual right now. And they have a lot of plans, a lot of events coming up, and we are very excited to collaborate with them. So thank you so much. That is their list of key events. Next up, we have Natyakala Dance Group, and I think Sona Nair is present here. Please, Sona, if you can wave to everybody. Thank you, Sona, very much. And Sona Nair, who was trained under eminent Kalakshetra and Kalamandalam gurus, began her journey in classical dance at a very young age. Natyakala Dance Group has performed a variety of Indian dance art forms. The mission and vision is to promote India's rich art forms in the West and develop the artistic talents of young children in Indian classical dance forms. So Sona is here. If you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to her. Moving on to Nritya Kalakshetra Academy of Performing Arts. Sivanuja Balaji, Gayatri Dileepan, and Vibha Srivatsan, they are all on Zoom as we speak. And this organization specializes in Bharatnatyam. They have conducted Zoom classes during COVID-19, and this was for all ages and levels. And they continued, the tradition of learning Bharatnatyam. They have a lot of planned activities coming up in 2021, and they wish to continue the online dance classes through Zoom as well. Next up is Ragamala Dance Company, and I think we have Nitya Balakrishnan in the house. About Ragamala, through Bharatnatyam performances, classes, and lectures, Ragamala Dance Company preserves and promotes the rich heritage and artistic traditions of India. Ragamala is led by mother and daughter, Reni and Aparna Ramaswamy. Reni and Aparna are senior disciples of legendary dancer and choreographer Padma Bhushan Srimati Almelwali, one of India's greatest living masters. They also have a training center, and the students receive classical training in the dynamic lineage of Bharatnatyam passed down to Reni and Aparna. So they also have their contact information out there. Thank you very much. These are their upcoming events. RGK Modern Indian Dance Academy, and I think we have Renu Kumar in the house. Hello, Renuji. RGK was established in 2004, and RGK had 17 annual fundraising shows, Bollywood dance drama for different charities. They do a lot of charitable work with a lot of different communities in the Twin Cities. They also have an upcoming event, and if you can let us know information about that, we will love to host it on our website as well. Thank you so much, Renuji. Next up is Kala Vandanam. And do we have Suchitra Sairam in the house? We can move on. Established in 2002 in St. Paul by Suchitra Sairam, they promote Indian artistic practices, heritage, and culture through Bharatnatyam and other arts, rooted in the rich aesthetic tradition of Kalakshetra. So it's amazing to know how many different art organizations are here. We have art, spiritual, sports, regional, cultural, nonprofits, and all of them coming together. Last year, we had about 300 people. This year, we had to restrict the celebration of being one community. But even then, thank you for your presence here. Next, we are going to see a video by Bengali Association of Minnesota. Hello. Next week, Gujarati Samaj of Minnesota, and I think Sanjay Patel couldn't make it today, but Mr. Bharat Patel, if you are around, thank you so much for being here with us today. Gujarati Samaj of Minnesota, preserving heritage, celebrating culture. Who doesn't know Navratri celebration that happens with Gujarati Samaj of Minnesota? This year, we are all looking forward to see if we can have that celebration again together. The goal is to preserve Gujarati heritage and celebrate its culture. Thank you so much for being here. Next up, we have Marathi Association of Minnesota, and I know Neha Damle, president of the association, is here today. Hello, Neha. Marathi Association is a nonprofit also, which has approximately 400 individual memberships or 160 households and growing. In 2020, Marathi Association also started the Marathi School, which actually is very exciting for the students who want to learn Marathi. And they also started a book club for like-minded people who love to read books and have discussions and debates about them. So a very amazing, activities that happened this year. Also, Marathi Association has some special events that happen all through the year, Ganesh Chaturthi being one of their biggest celebrations. Thank you, Neha, for being here with us today. Next, we have Minnesota Area Telangana Association, or MATA. Minnesota Area Telangana Association is a Minnesota-based nonprofit organization, is incorporated by many like-minded individuals from diverse professional backgrounds, with a single-minded resolve to preserve and celebrate the Telangana identity and its distinct cultural flavor within the confines of a broader Telugu identity. 2020 were canceled due to pandemic, but this year they are planning a lot of activities, and all this information again will be on the page. They also celebrate a Volunteer Appreciation Day in November and December. Next up, we have a video for Bihar and Jharkhand Association of Minnesota.
कत जाए कांचे ही बांस के बहंगिया बहंगी लचकत जाए रहिया में पूछले
Thank you so much. And I think we have Bhavani Chipuri from the MATA, Minnesota Area Telangana Association in house. Yes, hello, sorry, I didn't call out your name, but thank you for being here with us. And then with Bihar and Jharkhand Association, we have Anurag Saurabh. Thanks, Anurag. The rest of their team is virtually present, and we have all the names. We just don't have the time to say all the names, so please convey it to all your teams. Next up is Minnesota Malayali Association. And Ashwati, Sujit, Bijo, Prince, they all are virtually present. Hello, guys. The Minnesota Malayali Association is a nonprofit, non-political, secular, and cultural organization striving to promote the heritage and culture of the Indian state of Kerala to the 2,000 plus Keralite community residing in Minnesota. Minnesota, one of the biggest achievements, Minnesota Malayali's oral history projects with IAM is very exciting. They also do charity fundraising for struggling artists in India, as well as charity drives to support patients in India. Next up, we have Minnesota Tamil Sangam, and Minnesota Tamil Sangam is present virtually. Senthil and Sachi, if you are seeing us, hello to all of you. About MNTS, Minnesota Tamil Sangam is a member-based nonprofit organization. Again, the corporation shall bring Tamilians in Minnesota together with the primary objective of strengthening and expanding the reach of the Tamil culture to the second generation Tamil kids. Other allied purposes of this organization will be to educate Tamil language and culture by conducting workshops and stage programs involving experts in the field of Tamil literature and art. They have a few slides that we can go through, and those are their key events. Next up, we have a video from the Odia Society of Minnesota. Thank you. And we have Sarita Patnaik in the auditorium. Thank you so much once again. Next up, we have Telugu Association of Minnesota, and we have Santosh Nandagiri, President of Telugu Association of Minnesota for 2021. And Dr. Dash already congratulated you for the achievement, and congratulations on behalf of IM once again. So, Telugu Association of Minnesota was established in 1990s, and they have approximately 4,000 plus Telugu families in Minnesota, 500 active memberships, and many, many major events. I think that's one of the organizations that does about 12 events in 1 year, right? Right. Their next upcoming event is going to be Ugadi on April 17th. And we will have that information up on the website for you. They have a lot of achievements, and they have a lot of events lined up. Next up is Asha USA. And for Asha USA, we have Saili, Kamla, and I think Saili and Kamla are virtually present today. So hello, Saili, hello, Kamla, and thank you for the lovely message. And we have Shanti Shah here. Oh, I don't know, she's probably out. Okay, she's taking a break. Thank you so much. And they sent a very lovely message. They said, thank you, IM, for hosting this wonderful event. We are excited to meet various organizations in the Twin Cities who are focused on providing services to the Asian Indian community. Looking forward to building new partnerships to carry on the work for our community. Thank you, Asha USA. Asha USA contributes youth and family programs, health programs, programs for seniors, and social issues. Thank you, Asha USA. Next up is Chance Foundation, and we have Mr. Dharmender Chaudhary, Vice President, Chance Foundation. Mr. Chaudhary, if you can say hello to everybody. Thank you so much. Chance Foundation was established in 2015 and is a nonprofit organization that works towards the empowerment of underprivileged children. Chance stands for Children's Health Awareness, Nurture, Care, and Education. And they have multiple projects in more than 4 states in India that work towards empowering and educating these children. Along with that, during the pandemic, Chance Foundation has also been able to provide about 10,000 meals to people in India. Their latest project also includes sponsoring 60 kids with Adire organization in Odisha for full-time school education. Working with Indus Action to help enroll underprivileged children for private school education through Right to Education Act. Chance Foundation has been impacting a lot of children's lives directly. Thank you, Chance Foundation, for being here today. They also have a lot of key events, and I think we skipped that slide, so that's okay. Next up, we have Hindu Society of Minnesota, and we have Pooja Bastodkar, President, and then, of course, Dr. Dash. Thank you, Pooja, and thank you, Dr. Dash. HSMN is a nonprofit organization established in 1978, and the current temple in Maple Grove was built in 2006. And as Dr. Dash mentioned, the 15th anniversary is coming up on June 11th, 12th, and 13th. It's going to be a very big event. And Dr. Dash, on behalf of you, I'm going to invite everybody today. Okay. So they have a lot of achievements and a lot of things happening, and we heard a little bit about it. Also, they have a few more events coming up, and I think we went through that slide before. We will have that information, and I think it is all available on the Hindu Mandir website as well. Yeah. The next up is a spiritual organization, Krishna Sankirtan Society, and from Krishna Sankirtan Society, we have the information that it's also a nonprofit, systematically propagates spiritual knowledge to society at large to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world, so much needed right now. They also do regular food distribution at homeless shelters, and they are very active in engaging and transforming communities through spiritual living. Thank you so much. I don't think we have them here. I think they are virtual. Bhimi and Apparao, if you guys are watching us, hello to you. Next, we have Minnesota Hindu Milan Mandir. Oh, is it? Oh, we do have Silk. So, Silk is very special. Varsha Bhatia, she is here. Varsha, you want to say hello to everybody? And thanks, Varsha. So, fun fact about Silk was started by a group of moms, a group of mothers who wanted to get together to educate children and, their kids and have, connect with each other. And so moms group are always, so thank you for that information. It was established in 1979. It's also a nonprofit, and they are building stronger communities through cross-cultural collaboration and championing unity in diversity. Lots of languages, lots of fun stuff, lots of things happen at school, and your school is taking registrations now, as I understand, and you can go to their website and get all the information about enrolling yourself at Silk. Next is Minnesota Hindu Mandir, Hindu Milan Mandir. And I think we have Prabhat Tekriwal. Yes. Thank you, Prabhat ji, for being here. This was established in 1999, affiliated with the Bharat Sevashram Sangha, Kolkata, India. And their key achievements and initiatives are listed here for us to look at. They also have 2021-22, many planned activities coming up. Spirituality education initiative is one of them, which they're taking very keen interest in spreading it with the community. Also, their key events are, next one that I see coming up is Chaitra Navratri and Ram Navami celebration. That's coming up for them. Oh, Holi celebration is coming up? Oh, okay, thank you. Please send us that info. We'll put it on the page. Okay, so next is Science of Spirituality Meditation Center, and we have Arvind Naik. Thank you very much, Arvind ji, for being here. Yes, so Science of Spirituality Meditation Center is spreading peace through community service and teaching meditation at homeless shelters. They continue partnership with IAM, Seva, and Columbia Heights Police contributed to COVID-19 funds and gave away free masks. So, like all other organizations, many organizations last year were involved in community work, and thank you for everything that you have done for the community. And then we have a video for Sehgal Foundation. And before we go to the last two sets of slides, I do want to say that this whole process was huge, and a big thank you to all the partner organizations who took efforts and who followed the format, who made it easy for us to just put the slides together, to have videos put together. So this is what the Connect India effect is, what you guys just saw. It's all done together. Thank you very much for that. With that, I'm going to go to Vidya Gyan. Vidya Gyan was established in 2014, and this is also a nonprofit that works towards empowerment of children, especially girl child, through education in rural government schools. Partnerships with teachers, community donors, youth, and other volunteers, and Vidya Gyan India are their foundation. They work together very well. There's a lot of information on Vidya Gyan here as well. They have Vijendra Agarwal, Anurag Mittal on virtual right now. So Vijendra ji, if you are there, thank you so much for sending us all the information. With that, I'm going to go to the last slides, which are from Jazba. Jazba Entertainment. Jazba is a registered nonprofit organization that focuses on spreading South Asian cultural awareness through dance and arts at the University of Minnesota. If you have seen any of Jazba programs, you will know the energy and what really goes behind it. So inspired by the 2012 gang rape in Delhi, Jazba has partnered with nonprofit organization Women in Need, an organization based in Nagpur, India, that rehabilitates the lives of impoverished South Asian women who suffer or have suffered from sexual assault, HIV/AIDS, leprosy, and the pitfalls of poverty. Thank you, Jazba, for sending us all your information. And Akhil Gupta, I think you are online, and Sonali Mucherla, if you guys are online, thank you so much for all that you do. With that, we come to the end of this presentation. Some organizations that are participating but were not able to send us their slides or could not be here today. Hindu American Temple School, Indian Organization for Rare Diseases, the Madhya Pradesh Organization, Riya Patel Foundation. Is Hitesh Patel in-house? Hi, Hitesh. Hello. Thank you for being here, Hitesh. Sangeeta Kannada Kuta, Seva AIFW, Twin Cities Tamil Association. Thank you very much. And, you know, in this whole list, if we have forgotten to mention anybody or to, you know, we have missed a slide or I have missed saying something about some organization, I sincerely apologize for that. But thank you so much for sending all this to us. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Suyash to end the afternoon.
Hello. Okay. Thank you, Sheetal. Such an amazing job. It's so hard to follow up, but hopefully I get the easy part, but the most important part. On behalf of IAM, I'd like to thank and extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our Connect India participants, whether in person or virtual. You all played a very key role in making the first IAM event of the year very successful. We are so grateful for all our community partners and our shared learning and growth. Thank you for the active participation and engagement. We thank our legislators and dignitaries for showing up here and connecting with our community members and identifying key opportunities. Thank you, Dr. Dash, for the grant for Connect India 2021 and for making it possible. I'd also like to thank Miguel Ramos, our Twins partner and honorary board member. Thanks for showing up today. And I'd also thank all our sponsors. In addition, our guest speaker, Shri Zahir, wonderful message, our Lifetime Achievement Award and Booth Panel Awards panels, And our cultural performer, and I'm sorry if I butchered the name, Asavari Dandekar for the cultural performance, Prashant Sarnaik and Saket Mahajan for the wonderful IEM video, Harsh for our event photography, thank you, and our tech gurus, Jaideep and Prashant, for making all of this happen and work so seamlessly. In addition, and last but not the least, the incredible duo of Srividya and Swati and the entire Connect India team who worked tirelessly for the last 2 months to make this event a success. Thank you so much. Before I wrap up, just a couple reminders. Please look out for a post-event survey that will be sent out that helps us make our events better and listen to what you guys are looking for. And also, we look to stay connected. And please make sure to mark your calendars for India Fest and show up in great numbers this time. Thank you. Thank you for being here.